Apple yesterday announced the new Mac OS Mojave, and it was looking good. It was actually a Mac OS I was looking forward to again. And then this happened. After a little search, because they couldn't say it in the keynote themselves, I figured out that this beautiful machine here is now unsupported. What the hell, Apple? All the Macs that are supported in macOS Mojave 10.14 are late 2012, or 2012 and newer, I guess. And there are Mac Pros supported from 2010 if they have a graphics card, a special graphics card. But other than that, they killed the support for all the 2009 iMacs, which look like these, the 2010 and 2011 Macs, which include a lot of MacBook Pros and MacBook Airs. And I'm sure there will be a patch out at some point. Definitely. There will be an awesome dude who will patch it and I can install it, and then I will definitely give it a try. But until then, we're gonna install a Mac version that has proven to be very good on this particular system. Soon to be obsolete. Anyway, I'm gonna install it because it's so nice. Mac OS 10 Mavericks, mate. Australia, mate. Anyhow, I've got the USB plugged in, and we will boot the system from USB. I've got everything saved, and we'll erase the whole hard drive, so also including the Windows. Now Windows will go back on this. However, I will go with Windows 7. But first we need we need OS 10 anyway, so let's install OS 10. Here's the USB. And you know what just doesn't go into my head is that our crappy Mac Mini, and I'm calling it crappy because it's not upgradable and it's, not really fast compared to this, is supported because it's a late 2014. And this, which has a nice i7 processor and a better graphics card and a nice screen and everything, no, that can't be supported in Mojave. So I'm gonna show up the middle finger here and install an older operating system. Now I have to say though, since El Capitan came around, this system became a little slower than it used to be. Yosemite ran pretty good, so I plan on, when support drops for Mavericks, then I will just upgrade it to Yosemite because that used to run pretty good too. But right now we're gonna stick with Mavericks. Okay, let's first get into disk utility here and continue. Now Mavericks is the last OS 10 that looked like this from the Leopard days. The Yosemite had the refresh. Whoops. Let it go, you get you a little higher here. Because after all, this is a big screen. So, it's hard to see. Okay, here is the 1 terabyte hard drive. And we'll put it to one partition. Call it Macintosh HD. And right now it's formatted with, OS extended or no, Apple file system is I think not supported on hard drives. So, and whoop, everything is gone. So we have just created this 1 terabyte hard drive partition. Okay. What can I do here? Verify disk. Yeah, partition map appears to be okay. Well, fine. Okay. Let's install OS 10. OS 10. Yes, Mavericks. OS 10 Mavericks. And I'm just so happy to see one letter more here. OS 10. Oh, yes. Back in the days. Okay, agree. Install. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't even say that this looks out of date compared to the new design at all. I think this looks just different, but not like out of date when you compare, for example, what? No! Ah, fuck. Now I'm gonna finish my sentence and then I'm gonna rage. Then I'm gonna rage. Oh boy. I just want to say, Mavericks doesn't look like when you compare Windows 98 to like Windows XP, because XP looks, of course, way better than 98. And it doesn't look obsolete, it just looks different. Now, what is the problem here? The problem here is the copy of the install OS 10 Mavericks application can be verified. It may have been corrupted or tampered with during downloading. Well, isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Because I've just erased the fucking hard drive. So if I didn't have a different machine, I would have to... I don't know what I should do, actually. I mean, there is no recovery anymore. There's just this disk left. Man, that is just that just sucks. All right, troubleshooting time. Something very new on this channel. Yeah, got here my FreezeBook Pro. Unfortunately, my other MacBook Pro is not here, so I have to use this. There's no way around it, because we will now go into the App Store, and there we will search for OS 10 Mavericks, and we will download it. Here you have OS 10 El Capitan, OS 10 Yosemite, OS 10 Mavericks, that's what we need. Nah, mate. 2013. Oh god, I'm getting so old. I mean, I remember when this came out. It was very cool. Let's download that. Yes. I really want to download it, even though this machine runs 10.13. There is even Mountain Lion. And somewhere down there should be Lion. Should be one of the first. Yeah, there we go. Lion. Ha. Awesome, yeah. That brings back some memories. Okay, has downloaded. Come on, App Store, please just go away. So here is the guide, and apparently Mavericks is the first to, support this way of doing it. So, yeah, you apparently just have to plug in the USB, which is here. My volume. Okay, I will just format it, I guess. We're gonna do this differently. I will format this my volume so I can just copy paste the command that's saying it here. Okay, so here is the command. Applications, yep, it's in applications. Where is it? There it is. So should everything be working? If If you wish to continue, type Y. Yes, I will do it. So since this is so precise and telling us how long and how far it's copied, we will just go into activity monitor and go to hard drive and see here the written data, so I can keep track of if it's actually doing something. But yes, it's doing. As you can see, it has written 1.35 megs. So okay, sometime later everything has been created. Now let's see if this works. Okay, you ready to try it again? Mouse! Not working. Okay, install. Continue. Continue. Why is it English? Wait a minute. Really, why is it English? German. Okay, yes. Change language. Fine, okay. Haven't been greeted with this. Use German. Fine. Install OS 10. And continue. And accept. And continue. And accept. And continue. And install. And accept. And whatever. Now let's just wait and hope that it works. Well, sorry for this absolutely crappy cut, but it's sometime later, meaning a couple of days, and I've installed Mavericks plus all the programs I need, and I've already edited some videos on it. And I can tell you, I'm not bullshitting you at all, but this thing flies. I was really not used to this anymore. Take a look at this. I'm opening Firefox. It's open. And I know I haven't opened it up before, so this is like the boot up right now. So, oh my god. I mean, why I'm so impressed is because I was really totally sure that I had to put an SSD in this in order to, you know, be useful. But when you take a look at this, I mean, I can wait these couple of minutes and seconds, but look at this. it's really, really fast, and I really saw a huge decrease in speed with the latest OS 10 that I ran on here. So really, guys, this is not a hate on High Sierra or anything, but you see really the optimization here. This thing flies. It's really very nice to use, and that's how I remembered it initially. And I used Mavericks for a long time on here when it was still my main system because of this very reason. It was very snappy, and back then it was the latest OS still. So right now it's kind of on the edge because you can't get the latest Chrome anymore. Firefox, you can still get the latest version. Firefox is always nice with support, but Chrome ditched support and Opera ditched support, and you can only run up to Final Cut version 10. What is it? This is the latest one. The version 10.1.4, but that's really not an issue to me. I really don't need 75% of the features of this program anyway, so I have this older design, and you know, I don't really care. It's working great, and I will keep it this way. So now that we got OS 10 out of the way, we will move on to Windows. And with Windows, we will go with Windows 7, and I need to download the Boot Camp drivers. And kind of Apple always makes a big thing out of that, because you can't just download it onto your local hard drive. No, you have to connect a USB. You just have to connect a USB in order to be allowed to download your drivers. I just don't understand that. So when I go here to download latest support software, as you can see, you need a USB drive. Alright, I've got here a USB drive. I have no idea how it is formatted or anything, but I will try. Whoops. It's actually my newest USB drive. It's USB 3 even. Alright. Win install. Well, already got a Windows on here. So I better format it first with the disk utility that you can still use. Oh yeah, check this disk utility out. Good old disk utility. I'm gonna go with FAT. Alright. Okay, so now it should allow me to download my freaking drivers, even though I've got 902.6 gigs free on my hard drive. I have to connect an external drive. Why do you have to have that so stupidly done? I mean, really. I know you can get it otherwise. Oh, there is a problem. Okay. What the hell? Of course, this is a video from us. You know, why should it work? Typical video from me. Gonna try with Mac OS 10 first. Well, that's worked, okay. That has worked. Let's try again. MS-DOS. Partition. Apparently it had to be Mac formatted first in order to work. Whatever. Now we got that. We can download it, for God's sake. And yes, here it is. So here you can download now and we can all be happy. So I've put you back on the tripod and we are done with copying. So let's partition the hard drive. Let's go back in Boot Camp Assistant. I'm gonna do it just like Apple wants it. I used to do it differently. I used to create a Windows partition manually in disk utility and just boot up the Windows CD, install it there. But you can also do it with the AS system. I'm calling it AS system because sometimes it just has weird issues. For example, you must have a 20 gig partition at least. Now here on such a big hard drive it's not a problem, but on my MacBook Pro, which only has 128 gigs, it surely is a problem. And so I, would like to just give Windows what I think is enough, and 20 is not like minimum. You can install it on even smaller partitions. So anyway, I don't want to load the partition again. We'll install Windows 7 or newer version, but we'll just stick with Windows. Oh, and it also before you can even start the installation and partitioning process, Apple strikes again and they want the Windows disk. So let's give it a Windows disk then, because you cannot format or partition a hard drive. Well, I keep saying format. Well, you can't partition a hard drive without a Windows CD. We all know that. So let's do that. Now you have your CD. Still not found. Let it spin up a bit. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And it's working, hopefully. Yes, there we go. So I'm gonna give it 180 is good. 180. Oh, well, then 181. That's not a problem. Okay. Install. What? Boot Camp has to update the USB drive before the Windows 7. What? Huh. Okay. What is on this drive? There's just the Windows drivers. What does it need to update? I've never had that message too. Always a interesting experience, this Boot Camp Assistant. It froze up. Okay, it's unmounted it. It's back. Okay, now it's doing so much weird shit. See why I don't like this assistant so much? It's just constantly wanting to do stuff you just don't think is necessary. So now what it's gonna do is basically partition it and then reboot the system. This screen, I've seen it so many times. It's probably one of those screens I will remember till I die. I've seen it so many times, it's burned into my eyes. Always funny to see the big ass screen of the iMac with a resolution of 800 by 600. Everything is just huge. The mouse is not okay. Now it's working. Windows 7. Should we go with Home Premium? Should we go with Professional? Should we go with Ultimate? I don't care. Let's go with Ultimate. Or no, Professional. Or Ultimate. Or Professional. Or Ultimate. Or Professional. Or Ultimate. Or Professional. Or Ultimate. Well, you didn't see which one I picked. Ha 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 ha. It's not so important anyway. Here is Boot Camp. Conveniently written. Let's format. Okay. And next. Now we wait. Setup time. Okay, one thing that the later Boot Camp drivers do completely differently than I always used to do it is this. I have the USB plugged in and I did the setup and I thought, it's just gonna go to the desktop and I have to select the USB and launch the installer like I did always before, but no, this has sort of an auto start where it automatically boots up the Boot Camp. I mean, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that it does that when you've plugged it in, but it never did it in the past, so pretty awesome. I like how it has the classic Windows theme here. So we'll install, I guess, and then after a reboot it should be ready to use. So the iMac has installed the drivers, everything went smooth. I call that a success. So we run Windows 7 now with all the drivers installed and ready to be used. Now of course it needs to do some updating because this is very out of date, doesn't even have a service pack, so this will download some updates. But I'll do that on a later day, so that will be the end of this video. By the way, if you're still curious what version I checked Professional. And yeah, so here is the iMac, kind of back in time. This is how I used it 2014, I think, or 2015, so sort of there. So yeah, Mavericks and Windows 7 installed, and yeah, I'm very happy. So see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.